So I found the mistake in the previous question, from the previous video. So the issue was that I forgot the step of divide by 2 right here because it's a triangle. So when I divide by 2, I keep change flip. And so 20 over 6 times 1/2 is 20 over 12. Well, 4 goes into both 20 and 12. So 20 divided by 4 is 5. And 12 divided by 4 is 3. And so now I'm going to add my answer to the first one, 15 over 2 plus 5/3. And so to get from 2 to 6, I multiply by 3. So I multiply by 3. 3 times 15 is 45. And so I go and I say, well, what times 3 is 6? Well, that's times 2. So 5 times 2 is 10. We don't add denominators, but we do add numerators. So 45 plus 10 is 55. Well, 6 goes into 55 9 times with 1 left over. And so it's 9 and 1/6. So our answer is 9 and 1/6 inches squared. And again, this is important, otherwise it'll be marked wrong. Okay, I know it seems like a silly thing, but it is important to actually have the labels and stuff on your word problems. Okay, and whatnot. If you don't have your labels, it is a wrong answer. Okay, for 15. A rectangular prism is shown below. What is the volume in cubic inches of the prism? Show or explain your reasoning. Well, volume is length times width times height. Well, so that's 6 times 9 2/3 times 3 1/4. Sorry, there was something on my tablet, so I had to blow it away. Well, I'm going to change these to improper. So that's 6 over 1. 3 times 9 is 27, plus 2 is 29. Four times 3 is 12, plus 1 is 13. And so now it's just multiply. So I'm going to come over here so I can work it out. So 29 times 6. 6 times 9 is 54, carry 5. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 5 is 17. 3 times 1 is 3. Well, so now I've got 174 over 3 times 13 over 4. Now, I know what I would do here. I would simplify and make the numbers a little easier, but you don't have to. In fact, some of you might even get confused, and I don't want to confuse you. So you're going to do 174 times 13. Well, 3 times 4 is 12, carry 1. 3 times 7 is 21, plus 1 is 22, carry 2. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 2 is 5. Then we've got a placeholder for the tens. So 1 times 4 is 4, 1 times 7 is 7, 1 times 1 is 1, and we add. 2 plus 0 is 2. Let's turn the radio off. 4 plus 2 is 6. 5 plus 7 is 12, carry 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. And so that equals 2,262 over, well, 3 times 4 is 12. And so now we have to divide. So 12 goes into 2, 2, 6, 2. Well, 12 doesn't go into 2. Now, let's switch colors. 12 doesn't go into 2. 12 goes into 22 one time. So 1 times 12 is 12. When I subtract, and it's important, line it up correctly. So 2 minus 2 is 0. 2 minus 1 is 1. Bring down the 6. 12 into 106. Well, this is where I showed you earlier this year. 1 is 12. 2 is 24. Make a table. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then just add 12 each time, or skip count. So that's 36. Add 12, 48. Add 12, that's 60. Add 12, that's 72. Add 12, 84. Add 12, 96. Add 12, 108. Well, 108 is too much because that goes over 106. So 8 times. 8 times 12 is 96. So we line it up from the right. 6 minus 6 is 0. 10 minus 9 is 1. Bring down the 2. And so again, it's how many times does it go in without going over? Well, 108 is too much, so 8 times, and that's 96. So 10 becomes a 9, the 2 becomes a 12. 12 minus 6 is 6, and so it's 188 with 6 left over. And so that's 188 with 6 over 12. Now 6 over 12 is 1/2, so 188 and a half inches cubed. Again, have to have that there. For the explain your reasoning portion, anything that explains that we multiplied the length to the width and the height, that we changed them to improper fractions, that we then multiplied, that we simplified our fraction. As long as you explain that, you get full credit for the second part. Okay? But you need to do that. Don't just skip it. That's wasted points. Okay. 16. The area of the triangle below is 2/5 square foot. 2/5 of a square foot. The height is 6/5. What is the base? So that means 2/5 equals the base times 6/5 divided by 2. Well, in order to work this out, we need to do this piece first. So we keep change flip. And so we do 6/5 times 1 over 2. Well, 6/5 times 1/2. 6 times 1 is 6. 2 times 5 is 10. Well, 2 goes into both. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 10 divided by 2 is 5. And so we know (3/5) times b is 2/5. Well, so to find out what b is, we have to divide. So it's what times 3/5 equals 2/5. And so we do 2/5 divided by 3/5 to get b. Well, keep, change, flip. Well, 2 times 5 is 10. 3 times 5 is 15. Well, 5 goes into 10 and 15, so 10 divided by 5 is 2. 15 divided by 5 is 3. And so that's my b, 2/3. So the answer is C. Now, the other way we could do this problem, and it's probably easier for some of you. We know the area is 2/5. So we take our answer choices. 24 over 25 times 6 over 5 divided by 2. And we want it to equal 2 over 5. Well, 24 times 6. Well, 6 times 4 is 24, carry 2. 6 times 2 is 12, and 2 is 144. So that's 144 over 5 times 25 is 125. Divided by 2, so 144 over 125. Change, flip, and that's 144 times 1. 125 times 2. 2 goes into both, and so 2 goes into 144 72 times. 2 goes into 150 125 times. And that is not 2/5. So A doesn't work. Then we try B and C and D, and we just see which one works. And so if we do 2 over 3 times 6 over 5 divided by 2. Will you stop popping up? 2 times 6 is 12. 3 times 5 is 15. Divide by 2. Well, keep, change, flip. 12 times 1 is 12. 2 times 15 is 30. 6 goes into both 12 and 30. 6 goes into 12 2 times. 6 goes into 35 times. And that's 2/5. And so 2/3 works. So multiple ways, same problem. So again, whichever is easiest for you. All right, so last question. A farmer stacks hay bales. The length and the width of the hay bale are shown. The volume of each hay bale is 10 2/3 cubic feet. The farmer stacked 8 hay bales on top of each other. What is the height in feet of the stacked hay bales? So, we know volume is length, width, and height. We know our volume is 10 2/3. And we know our length and width are 1 1/3 and 4. So we're going to do 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1 is 4. I don't know why I put a parenthesis there when it wasn't needed. So that's 4/3 times 4 over 1. Well, 4 times 4 is 16. 1 times 3 is 3. And I'm just going to make this improper to save myself time. 3 times 10 is 30, plus 2 is 32 over 3. Now, so to find the height, so what is the height in feet of the stake bed? So I need to find the height of 1 and then multiply it by 8. So I need to find the height of 1. So I need, in order to do that, I have to divide by 8 this, 16/3. So that's 32 over 3, divide by 16 over 3. Well, keep, change, flip. Well, 3 times 32 is 96. 3 times 16 is 48. Well, I know what goes into both, but I'm going to do this in a simpler way so that you're clear on what happened. So 2 goes into 96. 2 goes into 9 4 times with 1 left over. 2 goes into 16 8 times. 2 goes into 48 24 times. Now, hopefully you can see that 48 divided by 24 is 2, but if you can't, 2 goes into both of these. 48 divided by 2 is 24. 24 divided by 2 is 12. And hopefully here you can see that it equals 2 feet. So if each bale is 2 feet, 2 times 8 is 16 feet. And again, make sure to have the unit. And again, show your reasoning, so anything to explain everything we did. Okay, and so that's the entire test. Take your time, good luck, make sure to do the study guide.